Alright. So, hello and welcome back to some Minecraft Brothers Golden Age, episode 1000 and... I think we're on 78 or 79. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Brain's not working with us today. But hopefully you are all doing... Really? Sound is broken again? Can't have a, single day without sound breaking. The thing is, sound is not breaking outside. Because I can literally just... There's Minecraft music. You know what? Let me reboot. It's so annoying that I have to reboot. But I'm going to have to reboot. You know, there's always some kind of shenanigan that goes on at the start. Always some kind of shenanigan. There we go. Now we're just waiting on it loading. Now we're just waiting on it loading. Also, I am using my worm model today. I thought I might as well get some use out of it. You know, we made it yesterday and I forgot to upload those videos of me making it yesterday, you know. Terrible, terrible. Terrible. Our worm, our buff worm, and our sumo. I did not do the sumo on stream. That's the models that I created yesterday. I actually quite enjoy them, you know, they're actually not too bad. I put them in a, what you call it, folder in VideoTube that's labeled cursed models. Cursed okay models. Okay, sound is working this time. Alright, now that we're back in, we can finally continue where we last left off. So, last episode, what did we do last episode? Well, we built a bridge last episode. Now you're probably wondering, like, that's not really that interesting. But we built a bridge last episode so that we could do a total reconstruction of our animal farm. So that I could spread it out more and make it look a little bit nicer. Compared to the bunched up on this one little bit of land here. Because there is so much, you know, on this one bit of land here that it's just, it's very crowded. It's very crowded, that's what I'm going to say. So I want to try and change that by doing something new. And hopefully that will be the case. Alright. So what we're going to be doing here is, I think we're going to be doing an upwards path here. I need to actually break some of this. And I realize I have no room in my inventory. Put that in the backpack. Alright. You know what? Break those, because I do not need a full one. Dennis, I might as well grab you out from underneath. Dennis. Dennis. There we go. Out from underneath so that you do not get stuck down there. Oh, hello there, Invis. Yes, we are playing our modded series. We're currently working on, what do you call it, building a road that's going to go over this bit. And then we're going to make a bridge that goes back over to start construction of a animal farm. Somewhere in this region. I would like to do it in, what do you call it, turtle skull. This is a turtle skull because it looks like a turtle. No joke, that is natural formation right there. So I thought, you know what, we could do that. Also, it kind of looks like Godzilla. You know, this is a full thing. You got Godzilla here. If you see what I mean. Minimaps just reveal so much that you don't normally see. Solo modded or with other people? It is solo modded. You know what, I would like to do a, what call it, Jungle Paradise, where we have like an SMP one day. But I just do not have the money for that. One day, I tell you, one day. That's what I'm hoping for. Would this be nice? Hard to say. Hard to say. Sorry, I'm looking at this bit right here, and I'm thinking, do we create going up that way? Like having it go... I guess I could create go that way and then up over this little bridge bit here. I never realised how tall this area that we're currently in. Oh, hello there, Pi. Hopefully you're doing alright and safe. How much would it cost per month, and what would it entail? What, like the server? Like, you know, running? I'm not sure. It depends on the server. They're normally like 20 to 30 bucks. And that'd be, you know, expensive because I think it's monthly. I'm not sure. It depends on what provider you go with for the server. You can get ones that are, you know, not that bad, and then you can get ones that, you know, not very good. When I mean not very good, you doing good? Alright, that's good to hear. Sorry, my brain is breaking. I have itchy ear. I really need to empty out my pockets. Dennis, how are your pockets? Let me grab that. Put that in the backpack. Alright. If we make the path go this way, then it would probably work out a little bit better. Probably would work out a little bit better. There we go. Alright, that's not looking too bad. But if I did do a modded multiplayer Jungle Paradise, I would like to, you know, it to be a server that, you know, we could have like a bunch of people on. So I know a lot of people would not, you know, stay in the jungle. Jungle's a hard place to live. You have to like work with the terrain and all that. But if you're willing to deal with that, then, you know, it could be quite nice. Plus it'd probably be on newer updates so we can have cooler mods. Do dark oak slabs look better than oak slabs? I could go with jungle. Jungle's not too bad. Do I have any jungle slabs? Barely got jungle wood. Alright, let me place that there. Do some research. Make that. Put that in the backpack with that other one that's up there. Alright. This should look a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. So the thing is, we should have moved it more over to going this way. That should have been a little bit better. Oh, hello there, Penny. Hopefully you're doing alright and safe. We're currently doing some modded today. We're currently on the modded survival world. Alright. So if we break this here. But hopefully you're doing alright and staying safe. Well, I have a stitch in my side, I tell you, and it's absolutely painful. Oh. Hi, I'm playing some Resident Evil 2 Remake. You know what, Resident Evil 2 Remake? That game, you know, always gets me. I think... let me see. Let me see what my favorite Resident Evil is again. Let's see. Resident Evil 2, let's see. Oh yeah, I know that one, Resident Evil 2, you know, you know what, I would say that's a good one. I really like the co-op one. I'm sad that I think they cancelled the co-op remaster. Because everyone was hating on it because there were so many, I think, African people. But wasn't it based in Africa, that game? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They were getting very mad at it because of it having African people in it. And I don't understand why. Whole controversy with that. Alright. And it's turning night time. Hello there, Dennis. I thought you were an enemy there. You scared the life out of me. Alright. So, if we break away this... But I will say, my favourite Resident Evil has to be the co-op one. Just with how chaotic it becomes. Just with how chaotic it becomes. Okay, that does not look too bad. Maybe I should break some of this off at the back here. Maybe like that. Or maybe like that, yeah. That would probably look a little bit nicer. But let me know how you're enjoying, what do you call it? Resident Evil 2 so far. Have you played it before? Oh, I dropped my axe. I should really put the axe back in the backpack because I don't really need it now. Oh, I should really have my sword out for zombies. Totally forgot about that. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be a very steep path. I'm going to say that. This is going to be a very steep path. Yeah, the path is going to have to go right here. Alright. So if I go like that, and then like that. Yeah, that actually will probably work a little bit better. It's very weird that I have to go left and then right to go up through this little tree line here. I'm actually getting deja vu from a dream that I had of doing something like this. It's very hard to get it to actually look proper. And then I should just be able to turn it, right? Yeah, I should just be able to turn it. Sorry, I was making sure, what to call it, the stream was still up. I was getting worried, like, you know, did it crash? And I was like, But then, you know, it would have, you know, thingy popped up. Let's see, place that there. Alright, there's more to this angle now. So we start heading this way. Grab an axe. Start chopping. And we're starting to see the route that we're going to take, and it's this bit right here. So the thing is, do I take it like, you know, I'm visible to the area there? Or should I branch out and try going... Well, this has got to head inland. This would be going like super far inland. It's a really hard decision because I could cut through this area if... It's a really hard decision. This is actually a very nice area to do a build. I will say that. This is a very nice area to do a build. I never realized how good of an area that this area is. Because it's very flat in certain areas. So it gives that mountainous feel, but also you can place a lot of builds here. Like, you know, you have a building there. You know, you have a little bit of slope. You have a path going through there, up through there. Yeah, that would not be that bad. But it's just this one area that's, you know, very odd. I could make two paths here and then create, like, you know, maybe a waterfall in the middle. I'm trying to think of the best way to utilize this area. Because the problem is there's, you know, a huge bit of landmass here that I really don't want to clear out a lot of the trees. I thought it would be a little bit easier, but it's not going to look like it. What's this old, looks like a cave started to form there. This is from when I was mining out this area too. It looks like a spawning area somehow. Hello there, Dennis. What's your step, Dennis? Let's see. Oh wait. Sorry, I just had to double check that what called my mic was still on. I got worried there as I muted it, you know, to record some clips a little while back. It doesn't seem bad, I'd say. This area, but I think, yeah, that would definitely be a problem. Sorry, I'm just looking at this area now and I'm thinking, like, how could I solve this problem? It's an issue that I do not know if I can even solve, but I have some ideas on how to. But obviously I should really light up the place. But I do want to swap out using torches for glowstone. So that is what I'm going to do. I'll probably bury one right here. Grab that dirt. I really need to pick up on yellow wool. Also, have you not shooken out yet? You're soaking. You should really shake out. Nope. You just dry normally? Alright, alright. Dennis does not abide from the normal laws. I'm still very annoyed that they named the dog in Minecraft Dennis. Like, you know, my dog was Dennis first. There's literally, you know, the Dennis paradox that I, you know, was trying to do for years. I really do want to do the Dennis paradox again soon. I want the first season to be a zombie survival one, but I want it to last long and I want it to be interesting for you. But the problem is trying to get it to be interesting is super annoying because everything's working against you. I'm thinking it's just gotta be like, you know, a survival, like, you know, world one that could possibly work out a little bit better. Alright. How about we make a little tiny dock here? That'd be how I solve this issue. Now you're probably wondering, like, how does this solve the issue? We're gonna use the river as our pathway. I am thinking outside the boat. I am thinking outside the boat. Because I already mined the river ages ago, you know, to fix it up. I might actually expand the river at one point. But I already mined the river. So I might as well, you know, use the river. So I should create a little tiny dock here that I can just take a boat up and down. I could still create like a little bridge over here, you know, if I want to. Because who knows, maybe I want to expand that path through the jungle over here. And do like something like, you know, connecting up that bridge over there. So that could work. Be needing to play Alien Isolation. You have to play some Alien Isolation, stream as well. You should add some sound alerts as well, so you know we can scare you. Oh, what's that? You know, you're currently in a, what do you call it, scary situation. Let us chuck balloons at you. With viewer attack. Oh, viewer attack is fun. I don't know if you have access to that right away on Twitch though. That's a almost fully golden skeleton. I really want to try and find a diamond skeleton, diamond zombie one day. I don't think I can, I'm not partnered. I don't think you need to be partnered for a viewer. Do you need to be partnered for a viewer attack? Let's see. Do you need to be... I'll say affiliate. Affiliate for... extensions. That's what you call them. No, you don't need to be affiliate to use extensions on platforms like Twitch. Okay, so you should be able to use viewer attack. So you could try and skim out on trying to, you know... For viewer attacks, yes, could you use bits? Yeah. You could also make a free option. I have a free option too. We have eggs and we have balloons that are free to use. I thought, you know what, it might be, you know, nice to have some free options for use. I'm getting flashbacks to, you know, our playthrough of Brothers in Arms. I think it's Earned in Blood. Ow. When I got ballooned constantly, I tell you, ballooned constantly. Who was chucking balloons at me again? Who was chucking balloons at me again? Was it Pie? Pie, were you chucking balloons at me back then? I am not sure, I tell you. Yes, I was. Many. I was so confused because I was trying to think, like, there was a second person, but the second person's name is just went clear out my head of trying to figure out, like, who it was. But I was pretty sure you were there for it. I just need to figure out who the other person was. I should really have a bit for, you know, feathers in my backpack. You know what, I should really get some more backpacks, to be honest. I'm actually going to dedicate backpacks to certain materials, like full wood backpacks, you know, for all my garbage wood supplies before I go and stock them away. And, you know, other... I really like how calm the water is, you know. Like, I turned it off to, you know, help the lag issue that we were having. And it's just, it feels nice. Just being honest to tell you, it feels nice. Oh, now this is looking nice. Look at this. I really want to shave off, like, you know, a little bit of that corner here. To kind of have it more coming down properly. I do have a question. Does viewer attack still work? I've not had it happen in, you know, a little while now. And I don't know if it works. Let me check and see if it's still operational. It says that it loads every time that I use, you know, Singy, so I'll load up my channel. Yeah. And it's not... Why does Tangia Interactions still pop up? AI image? I saw I deleted, you know, a lot of, you know, the stuff, but... Yeah, I might have to remove Tangia soon because... It just seems to be getting in the way of the thingy. If you scroll down, you'll see viewer attack there, yeah. Throwables. Oh yeah, I need to edit some of these, shouldn't I? Change some of the pricing. Totally forgot about that. Okay, so... Oh, they've added a bunch of different, like, memes. Viewer attack. I guess I really don't need Tangier no more. Yeah, it's just better. Alright, egg. Attack. Did that land in the right spot? Where is my viewer attack? That is the maximum size. So if I was to go to, I think here. Ah. For some reason the viewer attack is very low down. You see what I mean? That should have been... That's like almost the middle there. Maybe I should stretch it. Stretch to screen. Alright, see if that works now. Okay, that did not work. Wait 2 seconds. Okay, that was my face, that second one there that you saw. Yeah, it just seems like it's very low down. Like it feels like it should be higher up. And then if I click down in the right hand corner, where does that go? You can't even see that. That is really annoying. Like I said, you can adjust the size and all that, but this one, it does it by the actual Twitch screen. So it's a little bit annoying trying to get the placement properly. Wait for it. Balloon. Now that was up by the right side of my head there. That one was totally to the right there. Feels like I should make it smaller, shouldn't I? About there? Yeah, that should do. You know, we're taking a little break from the Minecraft. I do apologize. Yeah, I just had to double check there. Alright. Yeah, this actually does not look too bad. Like, this feels like it would be quite nice, you know, area. I need to make sure all of this is lit up and all that. So let me go light up all of this. To make sure. I should just be able to run like a train right through here. And just, you know, chop down as much of this as possible. When I'm making like a path coming through here. But I think for now bolts should do the job. And let me actually see if I have. I do have plenty of wood, so I might as well make a few bolts. Alright, let me go place down some bolts. Problem is, dogs, you know, they always like to get stuck in bolts. There we go, we have one down. Let me grab the other. And the other is right next to there. There we go. Alright. now that we have the boat set up, I think that'll be where we end off and restart the stream so that I can split into 2 episodes. But there's so much like wildlife in this one area. Like I'm very happy that there's a lot of animals here, but it's a little bit, you know, extreme. Luckily there has been some deaths in the Tulius, so it's not like, you know, they're unstoppable again. This does not seem too bad. Horse. 2 horses. Horse. Alright. So, that'll be where we end off for today, and I'll be restarting, so if you're on the Twitch side, do not worry, I'll be back in a sec. So, hopefully you enjoyed this, have a nice day, safe, possible, make some restrictions, negative items, very important, and variety, thanks for lovely